All right, just go ahead and test the audio real quick. All right, just go ahead and test the audio real quick. All right, audio check. No, yeah, going to start the live. The brother, you're shy about to join me shortly, but just I got him advice to start without him. Him coming on in a sec. But first off, I want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom. This is Brother Ira one from James Omega Camp once more. And this will be a quick response video to a brother from I don't know the brother name. The video is Hebrew Israelites. Many of you have attention deficit disorder. Very good video. I advise that brothers watch it. And it's a very very edifying video. Oh, see the brother here, right? Very very good video. Shalom Ak. Ya washem ya shay washem kakarash kakata.
Shalom Akim, Shalom Akim.
All right, so yeah, we already live here.
Yeah, man, we know.
All right, so yeah, so the brother do a very beautiful video, it really begs the question. And also, if anybody out there have the book, Judea Trembles at the Room, I once had the PDF, but been trying to get back for years now. Send it to jmsintellect@gmail.com. But I really like to get back the book and I try to get it back, but it's really hard, it's on the internet nowadays, right? But in that book, it really shows that if Yahushua wanted a riot, if Yahushua wanted to go out there and protest, he had the chance to. Just I'll put it like that. He had the chance to, because in the Yahushua time period, you had the Romans occupying Jerusalem, and you had various groups such as the Zealots, and also just the common folk tired of how Rome actually run the province. They them get heavy tax, them are bringing false god, them are set up certain altars certain way, all type of the diverse the way of Rome, the so diverse from even the way of Israel. A good series to watch as well is on Netflix. AD, what I want to name AD
Kingdom and Empire.
Kingdom and Empire Khan. And you see the amount of conflicts and things. Hey, even at that show, like one of the disciples, one of the zealots, them all are trying to recruit one of the disciples to even help start riots. So if Yahushua did want to push a doctrine where you go out there and riot, he had the platform to do it. So we're gonna read, say, look, Yahushua and and three of his disciples, gathered 50,000 people to burn down one Roman house or one Roman garrison, or they gathered arms there to do this and to do that. I was in the rallying crowds for march against Rome. If that was the edict where the Lord did want to put out there, then it is more than possible to get that done, because there was grounds for that. Now just this blessing is gonna be more from a historical standpoint, but more get me Luke chapter 2 verse 1, right? Because hey, people feel like being out there and trying to get attention, hey, it's a wrong move. The Lord never instructed that. We were simply, hey, what the Lord did meanwhile, Rome oppress Jerusalem, preach the word. Only thing that they preach, what? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Even in disciple asked him in Acts 1, we can get that as well.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, I'm read first.
Yeah, any one of them. Yeah.
We just get Luke. We have Luke already. So Luke 2 verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed.
All right. So we know that back then Rome did have the dominion over the whole region, If you just go up on Google and type in the Roman Empire, you see that the nation of Israel, or the landmass of Israel, was a part of that territory that was on Roman rule. So Augustus Caesar basically, they are saying what? Taxation. Wanna?
Right. So verse 2. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria.
Mhm.
And all went to be taxed, everyone in this one city. And
Oh,
Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth in Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and the lineage of David. To be
exactly. So the point get make right there. So that verse alone, or that those few verse show that look, we were under Roman rule. You know, we were under Roman dominion, right? So if it really was a case where the Lord didn't want that to happen, it could have been done. You
Yep.
know? Now, yeah, give me the one in the Acts, and then me tell you which one I forgot next act.
God. Um, hold on. Right, this is Acts 1 verse 6. All right, and when they therefore come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? That,
Exactly. Yeah, you want to speak on that?
no, I say, but that's the one they did one, right?
Yeah, man, that what you want, man. You see me? Because that I got for sure that even the disciples at that time think say, yo, at the time to take down the Romans. You know, because look here, our forefathers, hey, Joshua, what them, all Israel was set up, you know, he conquered the people in the region round about. You know, so them feel like, look, when Yahushua rise from the dead, and it the time for them actually go up against the Romans and fight and bring them down to restore the kingdom. All I think them they think the Lord will restore the kingdom. I think I ask them, think the Lord, they got ask them, ask the Romans if they step down. You know that another that them have in mind. Them did ready for fight, right? Them did ready for fight. But what read what the Lord answer them and say, continue the precept.
All right. And verse 7, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the season which the Father hath put in his own power.
Go on.
Verse 8, but ye shall receive power after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witness unto me both in Jerusalem and in Judea and in Samaria and unto the utmost part of the earth.
What do you think that they mean? Look, y'all get the spirit of truth, and you go there, go teaching at the four corners of the earth.
Yep.
That's how Yahushua command. You know, whether if you get raised up and know when exactly we're gonna go back in the king. Hey, well, no, we can't say that because we see that look the prophecies where tell you what happened before we get delivered that I get fulfilled right now. We can say that no, but back then a lot of things needed to be accomplished first. So the Lord said, look here, and up to you to know that. You know, but the spirit of the point I be a witness for me in the four corners of the earth, meaning what? You are gonna teach the word, yo. And basically that's what the Lord want. Now, to show that look, the Lord never get me Luke 13 and 1 act. We'll get to some more historical references.
Um, this is Luke 13 verse 1. It says there were present at, at that season some that told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with the sacrifice. Yeah, Yahushua answering, you ask me?
No, yeah, that's the point. Now you say, oh, them come and tell you how I shall have some Galileans who them blood get mingled with the sacrifice. Now, in the same book, Judea trembles under Rome, and I have a similar reference here as well. I tell you that most of the zealots, you know, basically those were bands of men that basically try to fight against the Roman Empire. You know, they can reference movies like Ben Hur, you know, Risen, and even the same AD Kingdom and Empire. You know, the zealots them always used to go up against the Romans. But Galilee, that's where most of them actually originated from, you know, and Nazareth is also close to Galilee, you know. So that was the region where it was a poor region, where a very lowly region, and that's where most of the rebels were. Now it tell you that the blood get mingled with the sacrifice, because it was around the time of I think a sacrifice of dedication, you know, and basically them they are come up against Pilate, where they are try implement we are trying to build an altar to a false god, and basically what them do is that they never they have it, and what Pilate do is that Pilate when them cause the riot and the ruckus, Pilate send them soldiers and basically kill them. So basically, must say the blood get mingled with the sacrifice, right? So no anything say if when Yahushua witnessed them thing here, you think Yahushua couldn't intervene? Why Yahushua never go march with the zealots? Why whenever there was a up, why nowhere in the scriptures, right? Them never try. Yahushua never try to march with the body. Hey, even in the book of Acts, when them basically when them claims that Paul, because Gentile going to the kingdom, not the kingdom, Slakia, in the temple, and basically they are about to beat him, the Roman centurion come round and basically part the crowd, because them wonder then you think I want riot to take place in the street. You know? I only if I find out say oh, actually Jake against Jake. You know? So hey, then the under garrison, then the under the orders of the Roman Empire, then basically have soldiers over them. You know? So if the Lord really want to be a part of that, you know, we want justice and get rid of Romans and all, he would have marched with them, he would have fight with them.
Hey, we can read a one precept.
Yeah, man.
It's Matthew 26, verse 52. Then said Yahushua unto him, which is Peter, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
Exactly. Just like how them when I clip in the brother show say a man a draw gun and all them things there. What? Yahushua never did do that, yo. You know, hey, when Yahushua never did in the whole rioting thing and marching it. The only thing Yahushua did was preach the word. But I would say the conditions at the time did allow, if that was what's supposed to take place, the conditions of the time would have surely allow it. You know, if that was the aim. And that would have actually read about. If never there march, you know, so why today when the men of the Lord, when we are out there protest, when we out there do million man march, how that pertain to salvation? We protesting with Black Lives Matter and a show a so-called a show of force. How that get we closer to the kingdom? Tell me.
Hey,
That's not sure. Go on.
no, I'm just saying the scripture say if you wait upon him till the day and rise up to the praise. So you basically take matters in your own hand, because that the zealots them did that. Them are go for the kingdom, but on a carnal level. See, but it's from a carnal standpoint. See?
God. Hey, shalom Aki, how about you, Shai, you know? So hey, it all boils down to show that Yahushua never really, hey, not even saying not really, Yahushua wasn't with that, yo. You have a precept?
Right, it's this is our duty. This is the kind of protest that we protest. It's a righteous protest. All right, this is Isaiah 30, let's go start at 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Exactly.
Yep.
You speak on it, Doc?
Yeah, I'm saying that's our duty. When you see us out there in the highways, you know what I mean, that's our duty. You know what I mean? Scripture go again to tell you that the weapon of our warfare is not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of stronghold. So when you go out there and lifting up the banner, that's why you see the signs. You know what I mean? You see that you see those banners up. See, and then exalt the voice. Scripture say, cry aloud, spare not, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. And also, we actually show the nations where their judgment, just the same according to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So this is a spiritual warfare right now. Physically, as I mentioned, we can't. There's no much for Esau and military. Hey, one drone strike and that quit everything.
Yeah, everybody gone home. Shop
Everybody
lock.
gone, shop lock, every party over. You know, so it's not a carnal battle, man. We really have to actually know that, hey, the power, we can't do nothing without the power. We useless without our power. It has shown in history, it has shown in biblical history, Zin, that we useless without the power, and that's how we get defeated in the first place, and then you have slavery and all of that.
And
You
the
see
power
that,
for wait.
yep. And you're supposed to see as an of what happened in history. You know, it's not like you're more sophisticated now. It's not like you have an advantage now, like different from the other times. You have no advantage. Our only advantage and only help is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and it's full time you niggers get that. Well, most of our people now get it.
And the man on the claims to them in the truth.
Yep.
Yeah, the man on the claim, you see, for sure that look, just say they're putting a garment and says that Israelite. The means say you do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, or the means say you're walking in the spirit. You know? You have something else?
No.
All right, get me John. So like we have some information on the Luke 1 and 13 about the Galileans. I'm gonna read it from my end.
All right,
Right? This is from Christianity, stockexchange.com. I said the main part when we get this information from the book Judea Trembles on the Rome, but I say some similar info here, so I bring it out the same. It says, whose blood Pilate had mingled. This piece of history is this person William Clark I say is not recorded as far as I can find by Josephus. However, he states that the Galileans were the most seditious people in the land. They belonged properly to Herod's jurisdiction, but as they kept the great feast at Jerusalem, they probably, by their tumultuous behavior, and some one of them gave Pilate, who was a mortal enemy of Herod, a pretext to fall upon and slay many of them. Thus, perhaps, sacrifice the people to the resentment he had against the prince. Right? So, in basically, I said, basically back what I said earlier, based on what we get from the book. Now, another source is from BibleStudyTools.com. It's a commentary, and it says they were present at the season. Sonder told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And we'll get to a main point. It says the first point says some would have them. I guess this wasn't typed properly, to have been the sect of Judas the Gaulonite, and that they were therefore slain because they denied to give tribute to Caesar. Now, in the book, Judah Trembles on the Rome, it tells you that anybody will call himself king or refuse to give tribute always get put to death, because Roman never take no farmer no sign of rising up lightly. As soon as them see them put it down. Right? He is called indeed Judas of Galilee, and there is no doubt that he might draw some Galileans in his opinion and practice. Right? Now, get into this is a Google book. The book is called The Bible Edictor by E.H. Plumtree, Volume 1 and 2. And I think, let me see if we can find which page number this. This is page 84. It says, St. Luke here as elsewhere, obviously having had access to information connected with Herod's, which other evangelists did not possess, reports two facts which brought the Tetrarch into contact with Pontius Pilate, the procurator of Judah. There were present at the season some that told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. The history of Josephus taught, though it does not record a massacre of the Galileans, such as relates an incident with which the event mentioned in St. Luke was probably identical. Now, here's the point. Pilate, with a Roman's instinct for material improvements, undertook the construction of an aqueduct for the water supply of Jerusalem, and for this purpose, with the accent of the acquiescence of the priests, made use of the corbans or consecrated treasure of the temple in which the gifts of pilgrims of the nation were accumulated. However, the people looked on this as an act of sacrilege. And you know, back then when people decide to say, look, anything I go against the law, I go and say, how about Shemi or Shai? Them now go have it.
Yep.
So it came into collision with the teaching of the Pharisees as to sin. Right? Real quick, I get to the part of the massacre. Right. As a sin of applying any dedicated gift, and the multitude clamored vehemently against it. Thousands were gathered together, which is just like how we see people gather together. Black Lives Matter, I can't read, however you want to put it. And Pilate thought it necessary to send in a large number of his troops in the common dress of the country and with their arms concealed, and a large number of the defenseless crowd were slaughtered. So you see that? It showed that, look, this man, Esau, always slaughter our people. Once you come up against him, you could have want to be a quote unquote peaceful protest, or whatever you want to put it with, you know, it don't really matter to it. You know, so them there's a few historical references to go for sure that, look, if Yahushua did want to be a part of protests and march, you know, one of them instances here where Rome basically violate Israel, he would have said, look here, come do so. You know, him could have easily do that. But there's no record of that. We have him going into the wilderness, you know, him go some private place where people are following him to hear the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Well, to hear the words of him Father Yahweh. To teach. Hey, in a sense, I can basically say, look, you never have business with that. Which is right, so because guess what? He never come for that. Him will was to give him disciples the spirit, you know, go up on the cross and make the will of the Father continue. It wasn't about marching or rising up against Rome.
Yep.
That was not it. So from this, more you got we'll go St. John 19 and start at 11.
All right. This is St. John 19, verse 11. Yahushua answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that deliver me unto thee hath greater sin.
Continue.
And from thenceforth Pilate sought to release him. But the Jews cried out, saying, if thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar.
Exactly. We should go back to even the historical reference I mentioned earlier. But look on that. He believes that if Pilate did really see Yahushua as a threat, he would have really consider let him go. Based on the account we just give where him a kill people and come up against him for a bill, one aqueduct with certain treasures of the temple of the priests, you know, and them consider it sacrilege and then kill them. You believe that if Yahushua did really pose a threat, a obvious and apparent threat, it would have basically a pre to let him go. But guess what the people them did? The people them try to paint him that way, even though it was not that way. Right?
Yeah,
Scripture.
No, just to add, the scripture say them saw many accusers they actually testify against him, and at one point of the precept say them couldn't find any. But two man volunteer to actually say something to condemn him. Some them try use something to condemn him, but it never add up. He never had up we call it now warrant him being put to death.
Exactly.
There was no guile found in him.
Hey, give me I'll give a different perspective of the same account. Go Luke 23, verse 1.
All right, this is right, hold on. Luke 23 verse 1. And the whole multitude of them arose and led him unto Pilate, and they began to accuse him, saying, we found this fellow pervert in the nation, and forbidding to give tribute to Caesar, saying that he himself is Christ a king.
You see that? So don't care how them try to paint that for your shy. So look here. Him had tried it. You see me? You know gonna say, hey, okay, continue read up.
Verse 3, and Pilate asked him, saying, art thou the king of the Jews? And he answered and said, thou sayest it.
Go on.
And Pilate then said Pilate unto the chief priests and to the people, I find no fault in this man.
You see that? Continue up. Go on now. He talk go further. Go on.
And they were the more fierce, saying, he stirred up the people, teaching throughout all Jewry, beginning from Galilee to this place.
Well, part of what them say is true. Well, then again, all of what them say is him start the people unto salvation, and they're right. Him teach throughout all Jewry. So you see that? But but you see the part where them put as a beginning from Galilee to this place. So them are try link him to the zealots. You see that?
Yep.
But all him there do are preach what? When Father gave him to preach. The kingdom of heaven. That's all him there do. Right? Continue up.
Yep. When Pilate heard of Galilee, he asked whether the man were a Galilean. And as soon as he knew that he belonged unto Herod's jurisdiction, he sent him to Herod, who himself also was at Jerusalem at that time.
One.
And when Herod saw Yahushua, he was exceeding glad, for he was desirous to see him of a long season, because he had heard many things of him, and he hoped to have seen some miracle done by him.
So Yahushua was known for teaching and doing miracles, yo.
Yep.
He never known for a protest and a war against Rome. That was even Herod well wants Yahushua all long. He say, look here, come see what this man can do. You never see him for a lot. You never see him for to say, where this man turn people against me or all of that. It wasn't a political agenda. It was more of a mere entertainment and amusement. Because him hears so much thing about Yahushua. So that was what Yahushua was known for. Teaching, doing miracles.
Yep.
Right? So you see that, so it got for sure, yo. It really got for sure. Right? Now, get me Matthew 27 and let's go to 27. We tell you which verse to go. Hold on there.
38.
No, go verse. Yes, 13 to 15.
All right, this is St. Matthew 27, verse 13. Then
Oh,
said,
the 13. Verse 17. 17 to 18.
St. Matthew 23, verse 7, 27, verse 17. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahushua, which is called the Anointed? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him.
Exactly. You see that?
Yep.
For envy. So at no point in time, even the Romans saw Yahushua as a threat. Now, Mark, the elite, them know that we are a threat. You know, the elite them know because they know the prophecies. So yeah, they know that look. We're not supposed to they know that we coming out on the highways and byways mean the end of him dominion. Right? But even though I'm paint certain pictures of us, you know, time narrative and put certain things for what I want to the media or certain things and try to paint with a certain light, him in himself know that we now try to step to him physically, you know, and him know we're not going try harm nobody in our society unless are from lawful grounds like self-defense or you know something along those lines. Basically, we're as ordinary men in our sense. You know, him know we're not going to do nothing out of the ordinary, just like how Yahweh Shai never did do nothing out of the ordinary in regards to everyday life. Because as we say, him never did a march, him never did a protest, him never did a build up coup and a riot and all them things there. And a protest in that sense, we are trying to go against the established order at that time, which was the Romans. All him come to do, I preach him for the word, doing miracle him and make whatever prophecies will fulfill. If the prophecies concerning him be fulfilled, die up on the cross, go back to the Father, and let the rest of the story unfold. You know, the disciples get in spirit to preach and wait for them to return to get way out of this physically. You know, we get the spirit and preach the word and patient and wait upon his return. That's it. So why the hell we supposed to have the Million Man March? Why the hell we supposed to out there with the unbelievers? We have protests, but I can't breathe and Black Lives Matter and hands up, don't shoot and all that BS, yo. What the point? Yahweh Shai never gave that example. He said to Peter, look, if you love me, feed my sheep. That was our directive. Go on the highways and byways, and many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. Them that the commandments and the edicts what we get. So how all of this other thing come in, you know, man, all a prophesy with gun pan waist and all them something. And David is saying in Psalm, so look, you're not trusting in his sword. I'm trusting in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. You got the the spirit of the Lord. No, the Lord will protect you. And you quote the precept earlier, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal but spiritual.
Yep.
And get one from the comment board. GMS Judas Roar, Titus 1 verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, nor given to filthy lucre. Exactly. When I see them man there in the old Sakari man, them man they really have the spirit of the zealots, yo. God, hey, when the brother show village was say, obviously the man they drunk. The man even when the man attack, because the man see the gun, if you realize I'm a baby, him see the gun, so when I talk to them, he make sure he put him hand behind him back. To show that look, hey, he's not a threat. Them kind of, you know, edgy certain way because he can't see same drunk. And at them first start the shopping and all of that. And then when the man ready, basically a react, everybody a draw a gun. Yeah, you ready for dead? Dead. Come on, man.
That's not
What
the
is
spirit. That's not the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
God?
That's not the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Skipper tell Yahweh Shai was actually teaching this. That's part of him teaching. Him say him sending them forth as sheep among wolves.
Can't get it. Let me get it here.
Yeah, right. Let me read these two in the meanwhile.
Yeah, man, go on.
He said Matthew, I told him, say Matthew 4, verse 17. He said, from that time Yahweh Shai began to preach and say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So Yahweh Shai, was he, as the brother mentioned it earlier, he was preaching, man. That's what he was here for. He was here preaching. Then there was no account that was or that wasn't the mission statement for him to actually come and do something contrary or take up arms in any form to take over this kingdom. And the disciples asked him, say, will this time restore unto them the kingdom of heaven, man? All right, the next, but that it wasn't the time. As the scripture telling in Ecclesiastes, time and place to everything. See? And there's a season for everything under the earth, man. So hey, a time for actually time for there's a time coming for war and a time for war. Yahweh Shai war time that not come yet, man. Alright? We're gonna see that very soon.
Hey, Yahweh Shai lead the church.
Yeah. All right. So it's a get the next one, Matthew 10, verse 7. And as he go preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So even when him leaving, him leave that mandate to the apostles, say, hey, preach, man. Preach the gospel. Tell them the good news, man. Go into all the earth, preach and tell them the good news.
Continue it up.
All right. So verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely have you received, freely give. Provide.
Why is it error? Do you want to see him again? This is some miracle of him.
Yep.
I said, look here, preach, do miracles. And when I read in the book of Acts, that's exactly what the disciples did as well.
Yep.
The apostles, that's what they did. Preach, heal people. The only people that they always back and forth with are Jake, where I believe in other gods, and also Jake, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, where they don't want them declare Yahweh Shai. But outside of that, then just there preach and heal. That's all. Preach and heal. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, may I have a precept for you? We quote earlier.
You're going.
This is I see him. I see him chapters. Same Matthew 10, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves."
No, take up arms. No, be a bad man, be a badass out there. That's what Yahushua is teaching. No. The Sikara going to use the term that Yahushua was a black extremist. No, man. Zane, Yahushua teach you that was a teaching of Yahushua. So you're supposed to be harmless as a dove. Not give them nothing. Them are already against us, man. We know they're gonna come anyway, but not give them nothing. Zane, anything you get arrest for or running for the righteousness sake, just to teach the truth. That's why you're supposed to get arrested for, man. Or people that come up against the fire for the truth. They find no guile in Yahushua. See? Them never catch him. The reason why them come for him is because he did a plan of uprising against the Roman army. And that's the reason why them come for him. And that's the reason why Pilate actually scourged him. See? So you're doing this thing for the wrong reason.
This I continue. Verse 17 says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and king for my sake, and a testimony against them and the Gentiles." Silakia, no, you know what I look for? When I say agree with an adversary, why do what in the way with him? As a matter of fact, I get it because you have a Greek word there. We explain adversary. Yeah, read it in the meantime.
This is Matthew 5, verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison.
All right, we look up the word adversary. I'm gonna look up the word judge.
All right, the word adversary.
May I have them? Oh yeah. If you have them, go on.
Strong's G 476. Antidikos.
Yeah, it's a opponent or enemy. An opponent in a suit of law, an adversary, enemy. So opponent or enemy.
Go to judge.
All right. The word judge there. It's great task.
Strong's G 2923. Krites.
All right.
What is B?
Huh?
What is B?
So arbiter, the
B.
of a B, I'm assuming B.
Yeah, man. The second one.
Okay, of a Roman procurator administering justice.
Which exactly was what Pilate was.
All right.
So, the time him say agree with that adversary, which are the Romans. You see me? Because guess what? When the Roman soldiers are patrol the place, they'll be like the police. You run up in the police, you agree with them. Because back then you run up in one of them man, you give them tough talk, then they slap a charge for you and carry in front of Pilate or probably one prefect or somebody. We're gonna basically getting up continue the precept back.
Yeah.
Just read it back. Read 25 to 26. Slovakia.
Yeah. Okay. Let me click this off. Right. And the judge delivered thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the utmost farthing.
So you feel like you got this and boy you protest and the police lock you up. You feel like say Yahweh shall go deliver you out of that situation. The scripture says say Yahweh paid the last factory, But I look nobody got this and boy you protest and feel like the Lord are gonna deliver you out of that. Depend your own.
Yep.
See me, you get if you get locked up for the word's sake, like Peter them, and the Lord might if at that time will he might send an angel to come if he get you out.
Hey, that's a promise, or that's something that the Lord say him gonna do. If you get he said, blessed are ye if you get persecuted for righteousness' sake. You have so many other examples or scriptures that can show you that hey, Yahweh shall say him gonna defend you. He might defend him servants, But let me read this quickly.
God.
This is Romans 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, unless the Most High take down Esau will stay in power till that time. Only when Yahweh shall return, that are the fighting time. Say Yahweh shall lead the church. But now, you sit your ass down. If you're in one place where you can still go on the highways and byways, you do that. If not, utilize YouTube, keep pushing the word, and patiently wait for the Lord. The Lord will guide you. Yeah, nobody get caught up out there with them people are right, brothers. Just stay in and just follow the simple mandate of the Lord,
The scripture say, teach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke with all long suffering. See? That's all I'm saying. So preach the word. That's all the scripture is saying. Just do the work. See, you don't need to do nothing extra. You don't need to you don't need to do nothing extra. You should not be doing anything outside of what spiritual thing the scripture say if you do. All right, the scripture say sword, take you the sword, Ephesians 6. See?
The sword which is the spirit.
Yeah, the sword which is the spirit. So that is the only sword where you're supposed to wield right now. You're supposed to wield the sword of the spirit right now, man, and having the shield of faith. That's what they should be actually be focusing on right now. That's the only weaponry what we're supposed to have a wheel right now. See, because carnally we get beat, man.
Yep.
We get defeated carnally because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai not fighting for you when you're doing things carnally, man. You're not gonna get defended. Go on.
One more from the comment board, and if you have no closing precept. This Ephesians 3 verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, say Yahweh, Zephaniah 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, say Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble them. me read it from the scriptures from the Bible. So familiar 3 verse 8. That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? So basically, we're waiting for you how about Shemi or try to return you. So if you want to go out there and get caught out there, just know that you're on your own. And if you want to be seen, fine, go and go be seen.
Yeah.
But when you be seen and you're caught, that is you. And don't expect no sympathy. As out here in Jamaica, you already call border cat. You have a meme going to say, oh, I never me tell you go do it. I never me say you go do it. You know, so anybody who want to go get caught out there, you weren't sent to do that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the scripture, my scripture, in Isaiah 31, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
He says, as birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. So you go there, the things on your own, then you try to stop your sure. Then you basically want to take matters into your own hands.
Deliver himself.
Yeah, which you're not going to do that. You're not going to deliver yourself, man. Hey, to the carnal minded is dead, but to be spiritual minded is life eternal. And to be spiritually minded is actually having faith and believing in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It is through them you're gonna get delivered, and not of your own will, man. So that's why so many of our people gonna die, because a lot of people gonna try to take matters into their own hands, just like what you see happening right now, falling for the tricks of the so-called white man. See, so Yahushua plan him say you're like as birds flying. See, like in the chariots, they're gonna come in like birds flying. See? Mm-hmm. So him plan him sure, man. And you want to try to take matters in your own hands, man.
And I even show say even some man who call himself Israelite, I go fall victim to that trap here as well.
Yeah.
You know? Because them out there with them agenda. How is it that you and the unbelievers would on the same agenda?
Hey,
and they be agree?
Our precept back. This is Matthew 5. Hold on, they are coming.
Yeah, man, take your time, man.
Alright, this is Luke, I think Luke 5 and 37. Hold on. Luke 5 and 37. I was showing them we did read earlier about hold on.
Matthew 5 1.
Matthew 5 and 37, no?
Yeah.
Still not seeing.
Quote it. Where I look for?
Say Judas in that day rose up Judas. Acts 5 and 37. Salakia. Alright, Acts 5 and 37. About the same Galilee, Judas of Galilee.
Oh. Yeah. Talking about if it be of God?
Yes, because so you're gonna see that, and where you go actually witness is that a lot of these Hebrew Israelite groups, you know, that is not going off the mandate of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They're gonna come to naught. They're gonna come to nothing. they're gonna get destroyed in the rush, man. Because what they're doing is not of Yahweh Shai. That's not the mandate. So this is yeah, go on.
Acts 5 verse 34. Then
Yeah,
stood,
can't say that here. Go on.
then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put forth the apostles forth a little space. And he said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Tedros, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and
Hey,
brought to naught.
what are these men trying to accomplish? Then what going at camp with weapon and all of them things? What am I trying to accomplish? Then what the Sicaris out there are trying to accomplish? What IUIC? Yeah, all of these people just try to make name, man. It's just for name, and for some part of it, man, I strongly believe that these men sold out, man. Zane, do I have any evidence of it? No. Zane, but these men acting like people will get sold out. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Because everybody going according to the agenda of the elite. Not everybody, only we are the only bug in this whole setup right now, man.
To the Spirit of the Lord.
The Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. See? One.
Verse 37 says, After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, which the information I read earlier, also going at this brother,
yep.
And drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, he cannot overthrow it. These happily he be found even to fight against God.
Exactly. And those men, they came to naught. See? But the work of the apostles that live on, man. Zin, and that is the only way, Zin, for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to fight for Yahweh to defend you. You just go according to the mandate, go according to the way what say you're supposed to act. Wait for him, man. Why you take matters in your own hand? Wait. Scripture say, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy path. Wait, I say, wait.
You also say in patience, possess your souls.
Yeah, impatient. Why you people so impatient, man? Then, why you people so impatient? Wait, man. Just wait. What you do, there's no justice what you can do. We actually are going to rectify anything, man. You cannot execute justice. Then, you can't give, there's not where you go, they're going to do. Try to take matters in your own hand. We are going to make things justify anything, man. You cannot serve punishment like what you have. You're not even going to be able to serve any punishment.
Wow.
And you cannot serve punishment like what you have Hashem or Shai can do it, man.
And then you can't deliver nobody either.
You can't deliver nobody. You can't even deliver your damn self. So you need to just sit your ass down and go teach the scriptures, man. And can teach the doctrine the right way. That's what you all need to do, man. See?
Hey, man, not more still, you know.
Yeah, man, you can close.
Yeah, man. So, hey, with that, I hope you brothers were edified, And once more, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. Give honor to the apostles and elders of Raymond Stone, who definitely rule well, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word north, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.
Shalom.